Apparently I loaded a game without me even knowing. I was doing something else. And then when I came back, apparently I loaded a game. Sorry, this seems about right. No, this is all wrong. Unless I fucking forgot to save somehow. Alright, this looks much better.
Hello everyone, my name is Pixelriffs and welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Guide. I hope you're all having a good day. In today's episode, I'm looking at my base.
Matt, this series is great background music, man. There's a reason why it shows up in pretty much every Let's Play I've been having so thus far. As of late. I went here for a reason, but I fucking don't remember.
Bit of path work over here where I had that initial step from my starter house, then connected to my smith's house.
Yeah, whatever.
A big winding staircase to a relatively small building.
I'll remember it soon enough.
Storage building over here. We have the factory where blood bricks are produced, and we have a couple of these other little satellite farms.
Ah, I just started Station 2. I actually want to go back and explore Floor 1 for a bit.
Farm opposite the factory, and of course over the hill we now have this large-scale plot-based tree farm. And one of the things that can really help to flesh out your vision for an area and help identify where you need to build more structures and where you want to develop your world a little bit more is by laying out pathways between each of these things in order to basically tie the area together. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start off by identifying where the paths need to go, and it's nice and easy to do that. You grab a shovel, anywhere there are grass blocks, you can of course turn blocks into grass paths.
We work hard so we can
play
hard.
That's where paths go, with a block that's easily removed and
Oh,
replaced.
it doesn't say harder, just hard as
And
well.
it makes sense that around here, a few blocks out from the front of this building,
Damn.
feel like the path is crowding it. We're going to branch off the path in multiple directions here. It's going to go that way, and it's going to go this way towards the factory and towards the
This
farm.
gives
and my
me
two houses over here.
a wondrous
We'll
idea.
actually encounter this because there's going to be some terrain that just feels like it's sort of in the way of what we're doing. And at this point, you should give yourself a bit of license to reshape the terrain as you see fit. If you feel
And so
like
I
the
mentioned the
area
archaeologist
doesn't sound unnecessarily
class,
like
yeah?
here, I've cleared that
We're gonna
out
use
so
it.
that you can keep the path relatively flat. And one approach to creating this path could be to
Ah,
keep
I
it as
remember
flat
now. I
as
was gonna
possible
change my
until
party
you reach an
formation,
area
but since
where
I'm
it becomes a
changing
staircase, at which point
which
you can
characters I'm
add
gonna be
in a bunch of
bringing.
stairs using whatever block palette you decide upon. Let's say stone brick stairs, for example. You're going to reach a point where the stone brick pathway is going to give way to some stone brick stairs, and then you simply build the stairs
Right,
upwards
we're bringing
until
Abilene.
you reach whatever the next flat plane of land is. That feels very linear and feels very organized. It can also feel quite urban for something
I will
which
bring
is
my other
so
characters
straightforward,
that
like you're building
still
around
aren't
existing
that much up to
infrastructure,
snuff.
which is why a lot of urban environments have staircases and stuff like
Nara
that.
not
basically to
really
get
she'll
up to
level
an
up
elevation
to
where you
7
don't
soon
feel
enough
cross
along with
over the
everyone
road
else.
if you're on foot. But that's not necessarily the approach I want to take around here, because the landscape is a
Abilene
bit
and
more
Bailey
rolling,
should
the
be
environment
together.
feels a bit more rural. I'm not building a bustling modern city here. I'm building effectively
And
a
I guess I can
mix of
continue
stuff,
trying
but
to
what
invest
has
on the
largely
Geotemplar.
taken over is this medieval fantasy timber frame kind of style. The factory is probably the one thing that escapes that aesthetic slightly just because of the red brick and the chimneys smoking and the sort of slate roof and everything, but even that has
Frontliners,
marble
we
going
got
up the walls,
Vale.
cobblestone and tough, there's some stonework in there, there's even mud bricks in there, so I don't think that building a slightly more rustic looking path up to this factory is necessarily going to look out of place. You can decide amongst yourselves.
I believe some
there,
good
but in the
frontliners.
case of
They're
this, well,
they're an all-rounder
focus
class.
on a design that
They
is
can
a
be
little
on
bit
either the
more
front or the
rural.
back.
And with broken pathways like
I guess
that, you
Ia
probably
has to
put
be
in
the
too many
frontliners
straight
if I'm kinda
staircases like the
other
stone brick one that I
frontliners.
just built. Instead, we got to
I guess I'll make
shaping
Shade
the
a
terrain
frontliner.
little bit so that each of the steps up can be a bit more gradual. Ideally, we want the terrain to naturally rise and fall by a step each time, separated out by larger, flatter areas. And in that case, we
Vale
may even
should
be
be
able
in
to
the middle.
include some
Dang it.
slabs to make a half-block step up, so that the path still feels a little more shallow in its incline. So one of the first things I'm going to do is grab some dirt and grass. I've got more dirt than I have grass, of course, because the grass has just skimmed off the top and it's still touched. We're going to flatten out some of the terrain around here, not by carving it down, but by building it up so that there are larger, flatter sections like this.
There should have been
more
an ability
as
that
we go
allows
up
you
the
to
hill towards the back door to my starter house. We also have the
s-
back door to
succeed
the
in your
blacksmith shop,
escapes
as you can
better.
consider, where I haven't actually put anything down here yet, but the idea
It'd
was
be a
that this
cool
was going to be a
ability.
place where
There's
you
no
bring
there's
horses
no
in,
ability
have
like
their
that
sheds
in
fitted,
Action Odyssey
anything
3
like
either.
that. In a
Running
modern
away is
setting,
always
you probably want a shallower incline so
shitty.
that vehicles like cars could get
Final
into
Fantasy,
spaces
that's something
like this.
Final
Imagine
Fantasy
you're
does
building
nice
a
at least.
parking garage of some
The
kind.
rogue
A car's
party
not gonna be
member
able to drive up
class.
45-degree angle of steps, and neither is a horse really going to be able to walk up and down that. So when you're designing pathways around your base, one of the things you want to consider is what type of transport they are really intended for. Are these pedestrian walkways? Are they roads that are intended to be used by cars? Because each of those will have a different level of ability when it comes to steep inclines. And
Right,
of course,
so
there are some
the
vehicles that might be
Technocrat
able to
makes you
drive
want
up
to
a
use
steep slope,
items.
but the problem is,
The
in
problem
Minecraft,
with this
everything
class,
looks
I
like a
feel, is
staircase
that
because the environment is made
items
out of
just
blocks, and even
aren't worth
stuff like
buying
slabs
and
are
getting.
to make it look like
They're
the
so
surface is
expensive.
especially smooth. So from the
And a
flat ground here in
Technocrat,
front of my storage room, I've got maybe an 8 or 9
unless
block long stretch here, and then
they
a 5
either
or 6 block long
double
stretch
the
here, and
amount
it starts to
items
dent
healed
a little
or
bit, it starts to
gave
come
them
together
like a
at the
freaking
slightly steeper slope, but I'm still leaving 4 or 5 blocks worth of space before the elevation changes, just to make sure that the road feels a little flatter. And one thing you might notice as you do this is that natural walls in the terrain
freaking,
begin to develop. Let's say here,
made
for example,
healing
I've got a
items
couple of blocks
AoE
down
instead
here,
of single
we can
target.
find that there is a
That would have been
flat
great.
area of terrain where it really doesn't
But
make
as it
sense
stands,
to convert the entire thing
Natural
into
science isn't
a
worth
rolling
investing
slope
into,
of
I think.
dirt. And in this case, we can set up something like a retaining wall, where we build a more solid wall here to hold back the dirt from behind there and prevent it from slipping down.
Engineering
into this
is
terrain.
nice, and
suddenly
Mark's
this natural
command is
divot
you
here
just
has
want
been turned into something that
the
feels
character
like
to
more
do good
structural.
damage.
Maybe we can branch a
I don't
path
find
in
those
this direction,
those skill
maybe
trees worth investing into all that much.
a diagonal leading into this space, and it feels more enclosed than the road that takes you up to the starter house from here. And these are going to feel like bold choices at first, because structurally this kind of cuts me off from just being able to hop up here towards my storage room from this area down here, where we might build another farm or we might build another house. And trust me, I am notorious for building roads like this and then not really using them. Like, we'll jump over walls or fly
Ooh,
over stuff
better rare
instead of
yields.
walking around on the ground. But for the coherent nature of the area, for the fact that this is a place that's meant to look like a living and breathing environment, paths like this really are essential for completing the region.
I wouldn't be against it. Emily and Bailey are still ultimately the farmers of the group. But for now, I'm gonna focus on some offensive support.
To indicate what's inside, so this is going to be more of a private area. So this naturally feels like we should have a more structured entrance to it, and make it so it's implied by the style that we're building it that this can only be accessed on foot. So while our main road can travel along in this direction, we're going to take a branch
Martial
off that road,
science
and
is
it is here that we
attack stuff.
actually put in a deliberate
If you made your main character the archaeologist, then this is pretty much something you're gonna have to use, invest in.
Another retaining wall type of thing here can
Otherwise, Fortune and Glory and Archaeology are both very
It's a
good.
little bit more developed. It's been built on. Maybe there's like a little different sort of porch area over here. We can even put in a couple of barrels and whatnot just to add a bit of detail here and make it feel like this is a utility
search
area.
skill increase.
Go to leave a few logs that they're going to be chopped.
Learning rate refers to how long it'll take for you to be able to get everything, every aspect known for monsters.
Here, and that can even have a couple of steps in it that lead up into
And this one is pretty nice. I believe this applies to everyone in the party. If it only applies to the archaeologist, then I changed my mind about that.
Make it feel like this area is a little more coherent. It really starts to feel like the area comes together, comes alive, feels more. Once we get up here past the starter house, the road is going to branch. Once again, we're going to have our path go to the right here so that we can use it to
material drops. There's also this one which increases money drops, which is really useful.
House a little bit, and it can go up over this section of land so that we connect it to the land down below where we have our sheep farm and our crops currently, although I'm thinking about moving these sometime soon. One other thing you might want to consider when terraforming areas like this is to treat the land a little bit more like you are molding clay or some sort of sculpture.
And now I'm gonna get fortune and glory
just
everything
erasing
to
and flattening the terrain.
We can
Consider
get
taking
locksmith.
these blocks and moving them elsewhere and using them to shore up some of the areas of terrain.
And then
that you
Lady
feel
Luck
needed.
is on
Using
too.
the same technique as we
Pretty
used
good.
down there, we can maybe pull this section of dirt wall
For
here
grinding.
back, and we can build that up so it's
Although you'd want to
that
pair
would be
it with the
another good spot
increased
for a retaining
rare
wall. This
drops.
time we're going to make that one out of tough, because I think tough feels really good as like dry stone wall. But in that, I'm considering also
Here we go.
throwing in a little bit
There's
of
no
packed
combat
dirt, maybe
study,
some packed
but that's
mud
not
as
gonna
well.
stop
There's
me.
examples of
That's
areas
not gonna
where the
stop
dirt
us.
has seeped into the stones, even though it's not quite through. So I'm going to build that alongside
Let's
this
go to
part.
station
It's a little
2 and
more intimate since it's around the back of this person's house, so
let's
we don't need
see
to worry about it being
these three guys
wide.
can
We'll put the
be a
top
hyper
mossy
carry.
cobblestone along the bottom of the wall here, just so it feels a little more supported by those chunkier bits of material, and the mossy cobblestone can represent where the grass here has
We're
grown
not
a
going
lot
for the
of
Lamia, that would
damper
be
sections of
stupid.
wall have left a bit of moss growing on the stones. Above that, we can put some regular cobblestone, which looks a little bit drier than the mossy kind.
Alright,
a little
it's
bit
not a
lighter,
dead end, it's a
but
shortcut
it's not
we'll
quite
unlock
been
later.
touched as much by the elements.
For now,
And
yeah,
then here
it's
and
a
there,
dead end.
let's say,
These guys
to
are
the wall here, we can add a little touch of maybe a bit of packed mud around it. The one feature I think always works really well with retaining walls, especially when you make them out of material like tuff, is to wrap the block slightly towards the bottom and start another layer one block further back. We'll do the same on the opposite side here as well, and this creates a thing that feels a bit more rounded, so it's sticking out here. It doesn't feel just like a flat, constructed wall, because that's not the impression we're giving with these materials. I want to do something a lot more formulaic. We can also work a little bit
Darn,
on
poison.
the top of the wall here so that the cobblestone starts to blend with the grass around here. It's like giving of it a nice structural element. It could even support another building up here on top of the wall. We have to figure out the paths to it, but it can be a nice way of figuring out what the layout of this area is going to be and where your next builds can go. Once you start putting in these infrastructure elements, you can sort of understand where the logical places to build next are. And in the meantime, we can fill up the area behind this retaining wall with a little bit more grass and dirt. We're going to operate on a couple of different principles, the first being the kind of road that we might expect to see around here. The sort of rural environment that we still want pathways and roads to be made out of solid material. You know, you can have dirt tracks. You know, we can use plenty of stuff like blocks here already, mud bricks, mud, rooted dirt, coarse dirt, things that make it feel like there were horse and cart tracks around here. But I feel like having a slightly more organized layout equals these areas fairly well constructed buildings. This will have been built in the last valence.
Well, that's antithetical to my goals.
One of my other considerations, though, is how much of this material we have. Tons of natural stuff.
No!
Refining materials for an area to build the slime farm. Likewise, we have a lot of cobblestone, and we have a lot of the mossy variants of both cobblestone and stone brick. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is make a path that, like the bottom of the
Alright.
wall there, has a bit
We're
of the
not
mossy
grinding
material mixed in to
level
blend it with the
2.
grass on either side. We're not going to be making formalized pavements or sidewalks or anything like that, but we are just going to have a foundation of stone laid along this pathway, so it feels like the pathway is a little bit more intentional. And from that, we can
As it
still
turns
leave
out,
the
it's a little
grass
too
verge
much.
on either side so that we can blend in some of those mossy bricks and cobblestone around the outside and make it feel like the grass in the terrain has slightly overgrown the path, but it's still functional and useful. So we're going to grab a couple of stacks of natural stone and cobblestone, and from here we're going to start replacing some of the blocks of the path here with
Can I
the
sell
stone.
anything?
But we're going to be detailing this as we go. So instead of
The old
leaving too
weapons.
many large open areas of natural stone, my preferred way of texturing paths like this is to avoid a situation in which it feels like every other block is replaced with a different material, because then you get this
Ancient of life.
checkerboarding kind of
Blessed-
thing, which can work in the right circumstances. But for an organic feeling path like this, it feels a little bit too deliberate. It feels like you are literally building a chessboard with some lighter spaces and some darker spaces. Instead, we want the path to feel a little bit worn and natural, and so I'm going to mix in a bit of andesite here and there. The way I like to mix in other materials is to think about the way a knight moves in chess, ironically, considering we want to make this not a chessboard, but a knight will move one block forward and then one block diagonally, and so you'll notice I built this pattern in here. It can move diagonally and then forward, or it can move forward and then diagonally. You end up with the shape that doesn't feel as deliberate. This sort of
anyone else feel
broken up
that?
J shape is something that you can repeat and rotate and flip around, and it can occur in a bunch of different directions. It being too noticeable to the eye. And since we've started using this cobblestone around the outside, we can mix in some mossy cobblestone. We'll maybe put a couple of pieces here and here, and that will start to blend with the grass around here to make it look as though the cobblestone might continue in some direction, but
Just give me a
it's
challenge.
grass, or make it look like the path nearby has been worn bare, revealing some stone underneath. So while initially it looked like this path was going to mostly be made out of stone, in this case it's made out of a mixture of other stone blocks, including andesite, which merges really well with the natural stone. Another thing you might want to consider is leaving the occasional grass block intersecting with the path like this, so it's as though the path extends outside of it. But if we wanted to some of the natural grass,
Well.
let me grab my shears, and where it feels appropriate we can just put a piece of grass in there as though it's slightly grown wild around this section of the path. Meanwhile, in other sections we can emphasize the straight lines of the path to make sure that it still feels very deliberate. And in addition to that, I might put a few of these mossy cobblestone blocks into mossy cobblestone walls so that we can start some lamp posts around the outside and give the whole area
Let's
some
go,
light.
everybody!
Let's say right here we want to build a lamp post. We can start the base of that with a mossy cobblestone wall. We can add a couple of
Yeah, that wasn't worth it. It's just a single attack.
We'll dangle a lantern from below the
I would
wall
genuinely
like so,
deal more
and that
damage
feels
with the
like a
free costing.
rustic feeling lamp post. It feels nice and cozy for the style we've established in this area.
It's
and likes
individual
the path,
random
likes to
attacks.
prevent some mobs from spawning on the roads. We might also want to consider using some leaves around these little roadside bushes. It helps to
got it
the
coming.
mossy side of things here. It can help to add a little bit of roadside foliage. It can even form some more formal hedges around the outside of larger structures like this, where it feels like cultivated plants but a little privacy. Although in this case I might trim those back so they line up a little better with the entrance. There we go, that feels like we've got a wide enough spot for a path now. And I think leaves a really good decoration for extending the boundary of areas like this as well. Obviously the walls stop a few blocks out from the road, but in between the wall and the road we can have a bunch of little foliage and details like that to add character to the build and direct players into the entrance. So as far as paths go, I think we are on the right line so far. I'm going to do a bit more work pathing out this area. We might extend it out towards the factory here as well. And if I have time, I might figure out where I'm going to have a path going up over the hill towards our tree farm. Hey folks, welcome back. So we now have a path, a kind of T-junction leading from the entrance to the storage room in a couple of different directions. And I think this all looks really nice so far. Obviously, we are by no means done because
Ancient
there are a lot of other
life.
places we can connect up, and there are obviously ways in which we can lay this out to sort of forecast where we want to build in the future. We'll get onto that in just a second. For now, let me give you a brief explanation of what I've been doing over here. This path continues until it reaches this stage here, where we have a T-junction. It's going to go that way towards the farm, and this way we have a little smaller path. Like I said, it's a smaller, more domestic feeling path coming back around the side of the house. Hopefully that's going to lead to steps that start the house and everything starts to But that obviously sections off an area here where effectively we could turn this into more of like a tiered garden space or something like that. You see, every time we set up these paths, it effectively creates a existing build that we know is going to be effectively the plot that that build is placed on, that build's property, if you like. And in the case of this road here, it actually cuts off this back area nicely, and I do love that kitchen garden idea. It just makes it feel a bit more enclosed and cozy now that there's a more formal boundary around the outside of it. We've also got a couple of other paths. We made this one leading up towards the door. I haven't done much else here because I still want to arrange this area in a couple of different ways. But we have these steps leading up to it. It's a smaller section of the path connected to those, which is
playing with more than 6 party members suck.
Here between the blacksmith's house and the starter house, but connecting to this area here, where I set up a walkway down behind the house to begin with. Slightly more dirt-based path. We've got some, of course, dirt here, some mud bricks, a little bit of rooted dirt around as well, and that all gives the impression that this is more of like a dirt path that's been trodden over time, and maybe a shortcut that's used for people who lived in these houses. So that while this road was never formally paved, it's still kind of got a lot of foot traffic, and that's worn down a groove in the dirt over time, and that's what's led to this path being there. And likewise over here we have
I don't like Shie being
the
dead.
stabling part of the blacksmith shop, but it's got a bit of podzol mixed in, a bit
I
of
guess
dirt.
we'll revive her using a
It's been
knife.
both well trodden, and maybe some dirt has come off the horse's shoes or the shoes of the people visiting here, and that means it gets a little bit
We have the
mud in
water
the
of
path
lives.
there, even though it's a more formal, wide path like the rest of the ones we've been working with. In this direction, we've got this section over here, which just leads towards the factory on one side and towards the tree farm on the other. And it makes sense to me that I think the tree farm is just going to connect over this ridge of the hill, a little bit offset from the storage room. But that has left a fairly large plot at the front of the storage room here, where we can arrange a variety of things. If you wanted to do like a little market square or something here, which would make sense considering this is effectively a warehouse containing all of the potential products that somebody could sell, we could set up a few market stalls down around here if we wanted to. That's just an idea that I'm throwing out there. It's not necessarily my plan, but it helps you consider what you could place in these plot out areas once you've got the roads in place. So I think roads are honestly a really effective tool for figuring out what you want to do with an area. Likewise here, I haven't done a road up to the snipper over here because I'm fairly certain I don't want the snippers to stay here. So while I could set up a road leading up to the pen, I think I'm going to save it for now, and this road style is something I can easily replicate somewhere else if we want to take a road up through here and lead it towards something else. For the moment, I've not connected up the honey farm or the honeycomb farm because I'm not entirely certain what kind of builds I want to place around these, but we will get to that in the fullness of time. But I think the coolest part of all of this is looking at it from the air, because now the sun setting, the lamplight kind of lighting these pathways, you really get the impression that this area is connected. It feels a bit more like a community. This feels a little bit more like a high street of sorts, although that's not exactly what I have in mind.
I forgot to.
It feels like a well-traveled road that connects up all of these different landmarks built up in the area so far. I really like that. I think that's a very cool thing for the area. As you can see, the lampposts are doing their job and keeping these areas of light where mobs will stay away from this road because they're not going to spawn in this area. The lighting is not 100%. Right here by the storage room, there are probably a couple of areas where the light shifts down to 0 watt. So we are not going for full coverage here. We're going for something that feels a little bit more scenic, a little bit more in keeping with the technology. Different frame houses, stone foundations, a little bit of cobblestone around still. Kind of makes sense that we're using super advanced looking light sources. We're using rustic lanterns and the whole thing. This is part of the reason I haven't grid torched this area to make sure that no mobs will spawn, is because I want to approach the lighting in more of a way that enhances the vibe around here, enhances the scenery and the feeling that we want from this area, without the entire thing just being lit up in a very sterile and straightforward way. And of course, during the day you don't get to see the lighting in the same way, but you do get to see the road itself. And I think this is a really great way of tying things together. This road style throughout this area, but this is of course not the only way you can land this stuff. Like, if your settlement is a bit more modern feeling, if you're trying to build something that feels
And
a
maybe
bit
I'll
more
just
like
make her focus on
a temporary suburb, you can consider using a variety of different materials, like let's say black concrete powder. Black concrete powder is a perfect substitute for something like blacktop, like asphalt, like the kind of thing that your typical road in a suburban area is going to be made of, or a highway, or something like that. Just as easily put in some white road stripes or yellow road stripes if they're more common in the region you're trying to emulate. But the thing you have to bear in mind at that point is scale, because naturally you want to have a stripe of road made of some sort of black material with the white material down the middle. But it is unlikely that whatever roads you are used to are going to have a 1 meter wide white stripe down the center. So you have to take some creative liberties when it comes to scale. And you're probably going to scale these roads up so that they are basically 7 or 8 blocks wide, maybe 9 blocks wide, so that the strip of white in the center looks like it's marking out a lane to scale when you look at it from further away. There's really no fixing around the fact that when you're on the ground, the scale is awkward, but often that's not what we build for in Minecraft, because as I've said about the builds in this area, one of the reasons I'm building on such a large scale, and one of the reasons I haven't done too much interior work, is because the majority of the time I'm going to be seeing these builds from the outside. But that is where paths like this and this exterior infrastructure really goes the extra mile into making this area lived in. Some of that makes sense, and hopefully it's going to give you some inspiration for how to work on the roads around your base area. I'm going to go ahead and do a bit more of this before we wrap up the episode. These paths and roads are just something that we will work on quietly in the background as we string together some of the other things we're going to build throughout the series. They're going to be an essential key to making this world feel a lot more connected. Okay, I've now done a bunch more work on the paths around here. We have paths splitting in 2 directions by the factory, one going up over the hill and the other turning to this side, where it gets a little bit more weedy and overgrown. I've left a bit of the natural grass in there, but it turns a corner and leads to the factory entrance and a little way towards where we will eventually build a building around. Another really important thing about this, one of the things that I really love
I don't need any help.
do the nice move, you can end up with diagonal and then a straight. Right here, as you can see, I've got those straight paths leading in the direction of the path travel. So effectively, they lend themselves to the direction of the path, and the two wide lanes are always moving forward along the path. But as you reach a corner like this, you can curve those paths around a little bit. And these andesite blocks effectively go in both directions, kind of cradling where the corner is, and then once we've turned the corner, at this point, all of the 2 block sections go with the grain of the path. And the andesite here, the stone bricks there, the natural stone there, the cobblestone here, all of them effectively travel in the direction that you're supposed to walk along the path, instead of going horizontally across it, which gives the impression that this is the direction you travel, and keeps the path kind of feeling like it's in motion. Once again, here I'm using that pattern to turn a corner, and this section here, once again, is the same sort of pattern. The site right there, stone brick right there, stone here, and another andesite pattern here. I've done the same thing with cobblestone leading into the factory. So that's one thing you can do with that pattern. It's really helpful for guiding the player a little bit more by making sure that these straight patterns inside those patterns always run in the direction we want the player to travel. It's very subtle, but it does the job. Now, get over to this section here, and this is a part that I'm thinking about revising, because if we're going with the idea, as I mentioned before, of this being a broader transport road where carts and horses and whatnot can travel along here, this is a pretty steep hill for them to climb. The natural topography of this hill sort of prevented me from taking any other approach, because to make the path sections any wider and deeper, I would have to deep into the hill, and we'd end up with a path that effectively started to feel like a tunnel after a certain point. I've also laid in a this retaining wall here to pull up the grass on this hillside behind it, but I think we could do something a little different with this. What I've done so far is to split the wall into 5 block long sections, include an indent here, which is a convenient place but also allows you to every so often to add another feature just to break up the pattern of the wall and make it feel a bit less like a big flat wall. But the problem here is it doesn't feel entirely natural. This feels a lot closer to a really tall slope, like the kind that we were trying to avoid when we flattened out the terrain at the beginning of this video. And I think maybe what we could do instead is what actually happens in real life when a hill ends up being kind of steep for a road or something to climb up. Typically we avoid digging too many tunnels unless the mountain is simply too high to climb and you need to get to the other side of it easily. Instead, the road will curve and it will wind up around the hill, using some of the shallower parts of the hill in order to make its ascent. And so what we end end up with is a looping section of road that's a lot easier for horses and cars to travel. I do a little bit of cycling in my spare time when the weather is good, and I would much rather go around a couple of bends, even if it takes a longer overall distance to get to my destination, than I would to travel up this enormous steep slope. The other factor I have to consider is that just underneath this ridge of the hillside here is the redstone for my
They aren't really even
the
exploits.
episode about slide blocks. So that goes underneath.
They definitely knew that this was a possibility.
Into the slope here anymore, otherwise the road is going to be very visible once we start doing something with the inside of that area that's currently behind the piston building. So instead, we're going to come off the road about here. We're going to start curving up around a slope that we can dig out a little bit here, since there isn't currently anything built underneath this. Curve the road around along this hillside so that it connects to the top of the hill with a much more shallow climb. Meanwhile, on the other side, I have connected this road up to some farm, and I wanted to show you some feet around the intersection between these two buildings. There is a little bit of a gap between the side section of the storage hall and the melon farm where you can actually see the road in the distance curving up towards where the kelp farm output is. And I think that's a really neat touch. But when you're planning an area like this, it's really cool to consider what's this in your other building. Controlling sight lines, maybe framing some sort of landmark, or having a path there to imply that yes, the player can reach their point if they want to. This is kind of the way that video game designers will look at designing environments in their games. If you signpost to the player that there is a way to get somewhere, then the player is going to feel more emboldened to try that. If you played modern action games, you'll be familiar with the way that ledges get painted to show that you can climb up there or something like that. But these are much more subtle cues to the player, letting you know that the environment up there is available for exploration. So I'm going to work on the shallow climb over here. We're going to keep this footpath here as a shortcut and a reminder that I will probably just fly over the entire thing anyway, but honestly, I'm really happy with how the path is
having a defensive
thus far. And
Kessin
later,
is
with
a
a little
bit...
bit more work, we have this path cutting into the hill and going around to meet up with
Because if I have the max thingy and there's just lots of enemies, I usually just use my Kessin summon, which is usually just
the technology
an attack
of the
move.
era that we're working with, although I don't know if we're really sticking within a certain era given the break of the factory and everything else. But I think this works out pretty well. It also gives us a nice sized plot for some other kind of build, whether we put a farm here and build something around it, or whether we just turn this into some sort of residential house.
With me,
It's
darling.
nice to have more plots like this around the area, separated out by road, and then we can just armor the road into the side of the hill here to connect up to the house. So maybe the entrance is over here or over there. You can use this cutaway in the wall here as a way into maybe like a back garden of sorts, and then there's a back entrance to the house with something a little bit more private off from the walking path. I don't know, there's a lot of options, and I find that when you lay out roads like this, when you start to work with them, it starts to inform your other ideas about the area in a significant way. It's also kind of neat looking at it from this angle, because you can quite clearly see the path up there to the left, but the path up to the right, you can just about see the heads of the lampposts sticking out there, and I think that's kind of nice. The terrain can conceal the path as much as the path can become a feature of it. But either way, I think the biggest impact is what we can see from the air, where it really feels like some of the roads are tying the builds together. And that's really what I wanted to do with this episode of the Minecraft Survival Guide. So we're going to wrap things up there, folks. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope this has inspired you to connect up some of your own builds in your world already. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Kitsura. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you folks soon. Take care. Bye for now.
Let me help. Let me Too easy. Oh no.
Almost unprobable. Shooting my character could hit. Yeah, guns really suck in this game. Because of their low accuracy. Why a gun would have low accuracy, I have no idea.
Alright! Not that I needed to be any stronger.
Aw, all this fuss over me.
Let's use Song of Harmony. Actually, it seems like a better idea.
Harp of Harmony, calm their restless souls.
Thank you.
I was hoping it would heal more because the offensive summons are definitely... I think Song of Harmony might be a bad summon, guys.
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling. My turn.
Paralyze is a busted debuff, but
Thank you. Ugh. Take this.
I don't think it justifies shittiness.
I'm detecting a yokai up ahead.
Well, this sucks. Well, we unlocked the door, so... And I say we got some pretty good yields, so... No!
Let me help.
Come here, you. My turn.
Why does everyone love targeting Luvobi? It's like they know she's the weakest party member in the front.
Ow! What was that?
Stay down, you bad! Stay down!
Time to fight. My turn. Come here, you. Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
From Senti_IRL. They say chat is a new Rockstar Games original. San Andreas definitive. And Josh loves it. That's really crap over at Senti. And they put reservations towards getting the iron boots.
I won't be worrying about money for a little bit. Sure.
So, we have a small little cutscene here. Like, we picked up the Lucky Stone. We're doing a lot of things, like, order, if you follow the NPC, like, conversations.
against
Oh
the
damn, straight up
airship.
double. Alright,
It's very solid.
I will eventually get these.
Because we go faster. The important thing about the airship is you get encounters whilst being in the airship.
Versions you can.
So 6 doesn't encounter on the airship.
Oh, I was talking about.
Okay, that's fine. That's great.
As we all know, you can only go cardinal directions. They don't do that.
About that. Oh, see, cardinal directions. Correct. Let me help you out here.
I tried. I feel so much more at home. My anxiety is reduced significantly.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't look away. 20 seconds, okay? Oh,
Smell it. Wow.
temper. It's pretty good. Sunlock. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. It's fine. 2, and it does something. Actually, just if you hold diagonally up, I get exactly where I need to be. This is right here. It saves so much time. Oh, and it's
Oh, so that's interesting. That's a place that we don't get to see that often.
Another run.
Yeah.
No run goes here.
No, that's one reason that's the explosion and then goes revealed. And for safety, and we tend to skip the part. But forget national. First run of DSA, don't mess up. Yet. Just FYI, this is my first speedrun in any marathon. Yeah,
So it is bound to
it's bound to crash.
be a miss at some point. Right?
Oh yeah. No, that's just the term about it.
Everyone's wondering why Nash likes his not landing on darker kind of swampy green tiles. Airship doesn't have on marsh tiles. You have to land on top. You have to assert your dominance.
Damage.
You don't even.
What?
So in the PSP version, there's a 50-50 chance that this encounter is an unworkable. Because there are invisible ogre mages.
Yeah, unrunnable encounters don't exist here. Apart from the ones that actually show up. Yeah. It's pretty good. They very much optimized every single pixel remaster out there. I think the only issues they had was why they maxed it really fast.
Yeah, that was
Look at that, that's great.
So an NPC probably told us that the canoe can travel through waterfalls, which really see it. Like that. And then we want to go to the final dungeon immediately. So instead of doing you can actually normally do the actual elemental keys out of order. The game will let you do that without any sequence breaking or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, in order for us to get into
And this game doesn't encourage you to bring
Yeah.
lots of party members and
So we're gonna get
Neptune Odyssey.
some
We're
items
going
that
for
I will
quantity
get.
over quality was a genuine strategy that you were encouraged and was very viable.
You read to me what it says.
Donations pending. Hold on. Line break. 5.
You're underestimated.
This is not totally going for GTA.
Yeah. So I think we have 6 chances of finding the monster.
We have $100 from Amoshi, who says, guess what? All definitive upgrade.
Yeah.
We got a $20 from Choco Bungle, who says, Quet. Yeah,
You mean
right.
kit?
And we got $50 from Jimbo UK, who says, Josh, then all donations towards GTA, right? Yeah, man.
That's exactly what he said.
All of those went towards the definitive edition. Then we got a very special donation from someone called Joshman's. It's $25, and they say putting this towards not doing the definitive edition. Coincidentally, the incentive is now $25 higher.
You just get like a notification being like, so that incentive's now changed to a bit more.
Oh my gosh. How's the looking? Which side is reading right now?
The upside is the rate of change is like what? Infinity % increase over the course of a few seconds.
Okay. Perfect.
that means like there's a chance.
Yeah, so for every dollar Josh donates, the estimate goes up by $25. So I see that you're not using the warp spell.
No.
That's slow.
Yeah, I don't have it.
What? Why?
Because you need to class up to get it.
And you're choosing not to do that?
No, I made it an incentive. You denied it. Should not
I
have
seem
said
to
that.
recall you specifically telling us that it was bad, Carmen.
That was not the word that I chose to use.
It's true.
It's true though. It's an aesthetic upgrade, not a functional upgrade. I didn't actually know you couldn't get the warp spell. So in hindsight, we should probably change that, make that an incentive instead of definitive teaching. So for the
Okay,
low price of $5,000, you can see these black ninjas get slightly taller.
For this aesthetic, so I'm glad you denied it and denied me the warp spell. That means it can just run slower.
Well, I tried, Josh.
It was a good one.
Seemed
Oh, Gaze can actually kill you. I need to cook the ribbon.
the one I didn't imagine getting Carla.
No, Gaze kills you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Is this game of the 1-256 glitch?
I don't know.
Oh, that's really interesting. So in the final dungeon, there's an enemy called the Ticket Death Line, and it's either called Gaze or 4X or whatever it is, but it's an instant death, and there's a 1 in 256 chance, not dissimilar to the Pokemon thing, where like it can go through even if you've got ripped foot.
Yeah.
So I've had a run before where I've got all my characters completely saved, and the last save in the intended version is before Mirage Torrent, so 30 minutes before the final dungeon, and it's like, this'll be fine. I might die to the final boss, but at least I'm gonna get there. And then, oh, I can't play the game anymore.
Oops. Shop here, hidden caravan shop. Buy berry here, or berry here. Suddenly that game turned into Legend of Zelda. Why do I have a high potion? How did they get there? You actually got it from the Dragon's Cave. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the tonic strats are really good.
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, you don't get that in the original.
So I found out very recently that there's a good tonic strat that you can use to make seeds. There's a tonic method that I found out that actually saves me a turn on the fight of the game. Turn save on the chaos fight is a win. So I'm actually picking up one spear. No, I'm actually this time.
Oh.
It's a good thing it's not that top right corner. Not
Yeah.
there.
I didn't
Never
get
mind. Well, I guess the hand cannon is still a good thing to get.
Save tile.
Alright, they can be a back row person if I really wanted Veil to be one.
We got a $5 donation from our very own MOD. Wait.
Wait.
They say, well, Josh, did you know that I also have access to the tracker? Definitively, it can be persistent in fighting you for it. Also, I was told just yesterday that you'd be really happy to play the definitive mission 1% change of heart. So yesterday I was like, oh yeah, 5k if we get that incentive, that'd be great. Today I woke up and realised I actually had to play the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Such a great news to wake up with.
So yeah, currently we are at $2,940.69 out of $5,025.
You know, I have way too much money. Give it to the GG incentive. Love to. You know, can we transfer in currency to a real one? Yeah. One shot game. Okay. What? Yeah, we are not shopping anymore. We're done.
Why is she there? Did you use the fairy ball already?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was at the beginning of the town.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah,
auto.
automatically.
Oh, yeah.
It's
The game plays itself. It's great. This is
Do you have to run these?
I'm quitting the original series forever.
Yeah. Do you have to manually use the bottle to set her free?
Yeah, so what we do, so...
I think if I get the money, I should go upgrade Hunt, Mine, and Gather. I say they're worthless, but, you know, may as well upgrade all of them. I am going to try doing everything in the game. That includes getting all the upgrades.
Back in the day, they were just carrying about like a game out.
The mother's strength flows through me.
That's true. Later, there's 14 versions of the There we go. Look at this.
Educated strength is all it takes. Thank you. Guess I won. Better luck next time.
Is she a ghost like in Melmond? Is that where she goes?
In where?
It's a Melmond. It's a ghost town.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So we are actually entering this tea front here, which is a Sucker Shrine, which is a very long and arduous dungeon. We're going to go down first, and then we're going to go down.
Oh, all this fuss over me.
Cute.
So, like, run. That's what I'm doing.
I run really fast and I hit the car.
What do you want to do here? Alright, single one charts are basically built once every month. Why did
Because then you have 200 achieves time for some missions to come.
Exactly.
Okay. In that case, we have $15 from Riley, who says, here's to get a better RNG than what you get in.
This one's mine.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
We also have $100 from Paul Hooker. It's definitively a mistake. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just a reminder, if you quicker incentive to the wrong thing, you seem to put it towards definitive mission. Contact the bot, we can change that.
Oh yeah. That's looking.
We're currently at
Educated strength is all it takes.
Just because we want to get the reaction from immediately.
My thanks, dear friends.
Okay, so
Switch for sure. Yeah, you just get like as soon as we get close, we just change the crown cam to Josh so we can actually see the live reaction of what's happening. It's fine.
So can you tell us why is that floor very interesting?
Yeah, this is a floor that actually doesn't give you encounters, and all the mermaids are basically hiding here from all the monsters that are on the other floors.
My thanks, dear friends.
Rosetta, that's the one that we actually need later. Because that gets us access to the, what's it called again? The garage tower? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's very fun.
Thank you.
We're fighting sharks, we have
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
pre-made spells that we're going to use the rest of the game. The Aegis Trifecta Pure Death Destruction schemes.
Every time you say in the meantime, I go, whoa!
Time.
now we've got spells. Let's keep
Educated strength is all it takes.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Harp
sure.
of harmony,
We
calm
got
their restless
$25
souls.
from Heroes, who says, everyone say it's definitive edition. Let's get it done, everyone. Also run that great popular everyone. And they that's anything.
Powers
That's
of the
not a joke.
heavens.
So if you actually did mean to put it towards the definitive edition,
Droid meant for edition. Yeah.
okay.
Seriously. Thank you, Josh.
Let me try.
Let's go. Find something.
Dang it.
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
You see us last You're doing this. That's a great run. Sure, we don't have time. So, in this particular place, a single encounter, except for water elementals, died. Yeah, died to Fire. It's the only encounter except for the Saga. So we have a lot of spells that they play around with to kill everything. Just keep an eye on the numbers and we're good. Ow! Get out! Scorpions, get out! Like I said, I love playing this round because at any freaking... You see my eyes dilate off there in my streams. You go like, oh yeah, this is fine, but then suddenly you die. It's a great round. But we have a lot of Phoenix Downs now, so we should be fine.
Imagine having a game with Phoenix Downs. Do you know what game they were invented?
Offensive to you? They were very expensive.
I think it was 4.
Really? Was it? Like Alexis were 2 and Shaw. Go. This one is a monster encounter. Why not? Welcome. Someone explain the Giant Gauntlet. It's really good. It's the best item in the game for us. Giant gloves.
It basically has the same effect as the Temper spell, but
No, it doesn't.
more powerful.
No, it's the same saber spell. There's 2 spells that buff your attack.
I'm sure it could still be good to invest in. I think to start going for
Two buffing spells in this game is very useful. So the gloves give us the saber effect, and they can have one that's basically cast it on themselves. And Temper gives you attack plus 14. Saber gives you attack plus 16, but also 2 accuracy. What does accuracy mean? We don't know. We don't know why they use it in this game. It's a new stat. But we can use it to
honestly,
advance our hit count on our monk. Which currently
It's still try going for fans, bro.
Again, sorry for those that are frozen, but they're useful. That monk is going to be very good for us. Here.
Maybe I should get Assassin
We have
Hearts.
2 ribs equipped now, so any and all stats there are all.
Since range is a very powerful thing,
So,
range doesn't get as much abilities
There's weapons that increase your
as melees do.
Then you'll get the thresholds. You start the game at a certain level, a certain equipment, you have 1 attack, you can do 4. I'm pretty sure they just double each time. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32.
yeah, not that it's necessary. Yeah, so there's a variety of different methods that they use for the accuracy stat is new, specifically for the Pixel Remaster, probably because they want to condense all 6 of them into an engine that works for like all of them.
Sucks,
So
but that's
it's
just
specific
how it
stat
is.
range that happens with them. Here we go.
Another reason why it won't be too
So
bad.
fix that rates for them. So haste is a spell that we
I want
picked up earlier.
AoE
It doubles our
damage,
hit,
physical
only
damage,
means
that'd be
effective
really
once.
nice.
So if our monk will be hitting at 6, it'll jump to or 8, it'll jump to 16. That's speed tonic actually, not that 4. And the saber actually increases accuracy by 2, but if I use saber twice, it actually just helps me. Yeah, it's a weird combo of effects that actually will make it to hit like for max damage relatively fast. What are you looking at?
I'm just looking that the Saber spell in the NES release is bugged. It does nothing. That's it.
Like it's
I was like,
fine,
what's doing
nothing.
anything in this version?
the only thing that they do is the only thing that just broken. It's like
Everything else.
it's like once you do 5 damage, you crit up 35. That's why this far. So you're fighting the final boss, you're like, okay, maybe I'll do 25 or 30 damage, or I'll do 300.
This is the final counter before the next fight. What fight? The crystal fight. Make sure the water eggs.
All this fuss over me.
While we're preparing, in the meantime,
My turn.
we got $100 from Narco said, let's go to this video. But if
One thing to say.
Wow, we won.
with Paulista here, I just noticed we beat a past events donation total, and we get one step closer to Josh's favourite San Andreas run in one fell swoop.
So I thought, why not? And yes, I believe we have surpassed summer 2020 now.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 days left.
Go for more.
It's RNG first try! I'd just like to say the Twilight Princess runner is crying right now because their iron boots are getting met.
Hey, Josh, is there another big number that we just overtook?
52k?
Yeah! Let's go!
Jules told me I can talk. It's not gone. No, I have to walk around.
What a suboptimal game.
Yeah.
So we actually collect the crystals in this? I actually don't know what the core is of it, but they disappear. You just walk straight up.
Oh, okay.
Great, so now we go straight to the garage and we're almost done.
Basically, yeah. So, but first, we actually. So, we picked the Rosetta Stone here. It's a Ukrainian language. For some reason, and this is really just looking at this is the one right I have in this game. It makes no sense at all. You talk to this NPC here in the corner of Melmon.
No!
And you have
Thank you.
and you don't get the cue for something.
All to myself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get that one. You learn an ancient language in like less than
Brawn wins battles, brains win wars.
get with the
It's not exciting in real life. It's just like real life. You know, you pick up the app and then 2 days later you
That's it.
fluent.
That's it.
I don't know where we go anymore.
My studies have
Yeah.
prepared me
So
for
we're
this.
to say that if we don't
Let's go,
decipher that
everybody.
tablet, we cannot go to the next village. But we can go, but nothing will happen.
We're tiles you can map that.
Yeah.
It's like just like they looked at the original map and like, oh my gosh, we really did make this easy for the player. It's
Yeah.
like, what can we do? Just scooping away forest tiles, physically moving, kind of like city, flying like this.
Let me try.
Doesn't like that.
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
Guess that wasn't too bad.
Hello? Sorry.
Do you have something around?
Oh, sorry. No.
Thanks.
To us.
No. We got another $25 donation from.
Hi, Dad.
I have money with
The
me.
mother's strength flows through me.
That's what the donation says.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Now we need $5,050.
So I can check you. Josh, real quick.
One man for the entire stream.
Yeah, for the rest of this run, Josh is doubling your incentive.
Whoa!
Is it after
Doubling it.
Amazing money.
Educated
Thank you.
This is 2-round fight. Nice. Alright.
Too bad that's not a tyrant, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spell for that. I think right now. We're went to the Knife Alley. That's a very cool little shop. Saved us a lot of.
Better keep my guard up.
You got a shield. That's nice, right?
Use it. I did the final shop in the game like.
That could be beneficial.
I can equip it. Want me to?
Tank is it,
Want me to actually?
Thanks for the attention, darling.
Here, let me freeze it. What? He's already
Zero
tanking.
damage.
No, it's not zero damage. It's damage damage. So for some reason, like
I'm so far ahead of these guys in terms of level, but they still always go first than my party. It's absurd.
You want to find out?
I swear, this game is unfair.
There we go.
It hates you going first.
So onto Mirage.
Unless I'm somehow just the unluckiest person to ever live. To ever play this game.
So the warp cube was it? Yeah, the warp cube. that'll actually get us to the next dungeon. But it's probably the longest dungeon in the game because it's a back-to-back. A lot of scary encounters. Most of them we kill and
Better keep my
one
guard up.
spell. If I do my mini use correctly. Yeah, probably take that nasty fight. It happened. I've seen it happen before, but it's like we do that. Like I got the long sword.
This one's
We
mine.
prevent to get one.
Like
How
every single,
can-
like I rerouted my quick sword before my chance. So there is.
One educated strike is all it takes.
6 chance to get on that floor. It's format. He is very scary. He can
So I just realized that you face it behind the pillar instead of just going around it.
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
It's so long. It's a great game. What are you talking about, man? Let's go.
I can't believe that. We are crawling in our own versions to get to the boost
Get introduced to the 21st century, boys.
I can. So I'm gonna find something.
Why?
My studies have prepared me for this.
To the 21st century, boys.
Oh, I can. I think I started not liking it either.
I'm gonna run all 6 of these. Start with 6 next week.
Okay, I love it. So surely you're gonna put me in out of the
My turn.
So that's.
Well, it doesn't necessarily matter because people did when we did it. What job?
Oh, that was the one run I could have gone on the rest of
Wow, we won.
Why break tradition?
Come on.
Honestly, ESA manager long, so I'm fine with that. See, something just always happens. It's beautiful. Oh, twice in a row.
Harp of harmony, calm their restless souls.
So far, we're doing actually pretty good time.
One educated strike is all it
I'm
takes.
fully expecting to hand it over to you. That's it.
Guide my hand. Powers of the heavens.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I might be underestimated to that.
We're your host here.
That's kind of
Just keep the hot mic on the street.
My studies
So
have
Rock
prepared me
Tower
for
is
this.
a flying fortress of doom, and we're just basically teleporting through this place relatively fast. I see you looking strangely every time. What's going on?
I don't know too much.
It is. It took them 25 years to get the right version.
Thank you.
Minivan. So you see this one at the next floor? We are in big trouble. Because next floor is the only floor in the game to actually get it. Which is why I do my menu.
Thank you.
Alright. You guys are so like go. I know. And you here. Yes, Nero's getting a triumphant return. We're actually gonna find the diamond armlet and switch for silver and fully optimize our monk here. Quick saving here. Why? If you can almost save here too, because I'm just used to being scared of this floor. But it's not. There you go. So now I'm actually like menuing 3 characters. Like having 2 characters to menu doing the force run is just faster for every single encounter, and because we're killing them with spells anyway, having them provide up to this point is just optimal.
Okay, so we might need the chat in the crowd to wish for a warming.
Yeah, I need prayer and praise here. Should I go for an extra one?
We'll probably just play one more chance.
Yeah.
Or
Let's RNG this.
no, it's gonna be the time after. Or
I'm gonna try for one more encounter or two. My time. Shit. No. Again.
it's a vegetable warming.
Yeah, but he's not the same. Not the same. They still hurt like hell. Or plump.
Am I good to fight?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I'm just fighting a boss.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Do you want to explain anything before I do?
Yes, this is a very hard boss.
Okay, I can wait. You can tell me to wait. It's okay.
Just give me a minute. Okay, so we petrified the monk here because we're going to change up our strategy.
Educated
Because
strength.
this one is trying to get so we have strategy for every single planet. It has Giant's Gloves, it encountered, it uses a, where are you, a Speed Ring, it uses
Slip Crop. I like that strat.
Temper, where's my hits?
It's obviously below there, we definitely know.
No, it's all, no,
It's actually Slip Crop.
why is it sleeping?
No, I get it's for certain
That's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to say it's pretty sure it's sleeping the whole run. This is why. I don't like you. What's
Hush! I want you all to myself! Take it!
What is it?
Yeah, that's one of the worst songs. Is that this right?
It's a try.
You know what?
I might better heal right
I'm healing, and I'm using an extra speed ring here. It's like what's spare? These after.
And
Great stuff.
while Nash is trying to get out of this situation, maybe now you can. But
I'll
Okay.
do the strategy next fight.
Okay, fine. In that case, we have a bunch of donations. We got a $42 donation from Palsetti IRL. It says, donation goes to Rocket Choice.
Okay. Well,
My turn!
all the way down.
You
That was not it.
that was very
so
lucky.
we're gonna think about it.
Okay, sure. Make sure you don't forget runner.
Thinking about
The collective royal we would like to allocate.
yourself, dear.
okay, so spells in general. Okay, this actually brings back that's not safe there. What's going on there?
Wow!
What is going on with the game? It's supposed to like automatically pick you up to the quick save. There. So here. Why is it auto into auto save? Makes sense.
So much Komodo.
I know what I said. But it's supposed to go to the last save you did, but apparently not today.
It's right, the game's wrong. It's a feature of Final Fantasy.
They put in the wrong spell slot to work.
So, do you want that money to go to?
Iron City?
There's a Final Fantasy incentive. You support your community. What was that?
That could work, but also you know.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh?
Yeah.
Do you want the Gilgamesh?
I would like to see it.
Not sure as a shame there's anything sooner than that.
Yeah, like I want something that's coming up in
You
like
guys-
approximately this afternoon. Like that sounds like great thing to put stuff.
You guys decide. I'm all for it.
We're basically praying that he doesn't do like it. Just cast launch doesn't kill him.
Which is not likely to happen.
We do not have to be killed. We're just hoping and praying that everything's gonna be fine.
Like other ways they actually use the sword.
Thank you.
Yeah, one shot. But I sold it.
Well, that was
Yes, now. I had a better way to kill him.
Right, so round 2, you can now round 2 donations.
Okay, good. I've got a few. We got a $500 donation. Says, oh my god, when I missed my friend Rehian's run, not to diminish this amazing run. Try and interrupt the microphone.
Mine is that as well, and like also Portland. That was a good donation.
Well, to finish this amazing run, all runs are good runs, but this one's to my friend Ray. I'm sure it's really fast. That was...
My thanks, dear friends.
Then we got $100 from spoilers. Here are 5%.
Nice.
They say, how much more money in your PayPal account? Coincidentally, I need to leave for so I'll show you my
This one's mine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did I say
That's what Barrett.
I didn't say thank you.
So, are we deciding for the allocation of the donation?
Oh. I just put it towards GTA.
GTA then.
Hooray! Hooray for GTA! Let's go.
GTA, okay.
I need to go. Apparently I messed up the first shot. Mailbox 4! No, Alpine 2. Alpine 3. 4. That's right. This is not the optimal route, but this is the route I'm used to, so I'm taking that. There we go. Like, or, you know what you buy in this shop? Slit run.
Let me help.
Left, right, like,
Why not buy your reviews? That's what you were.
Oh, thanks for the attention,
oh,
darling.
you're prepared for the bar, aren't you, buddy?
I am.
Routine's happening.
Don't forget it. No.
I know who this is. Oh, yeah, no.
Let me help you.
Focus here for a moment.
It's basically towards the bad game.
Oh,
Thanks.
right, yeah. So what do we have for the floors?
I feel myself getting stronger.
Dang, I'm all out of
If you're
resources.
in the lava tile, you do not get any counters.
I don't think I can explore this place.
Of course, you can see everything. But if you're in the lava tile, you can. So for the floor, it's very easy to just not get any counter. But at the second floor, it's actually pretty hard. But because of the diagonal movement, we can do it. So it's a great game. I love it.
It's a different boss in here, though, if I remember correctly.
Alright, there we go. So we're actually fighting the last of the 4 fields now. This is actually normally casually the second one you get steered towards, and there's a very important reason for that. See, you pick this particular crystal, you can go ahead and like look for the Dragon Caves and get an entire quest line revolving behind the Lord of Dragons that can actually get you, lose you, like send you on adventures to get a rat's tail of whole thing. And once you get that, you get last up.
YOLO.
Which normally gives you the warps here.
Aw, all this fuss over me.
With that submission. Like you're supposed to be the Final Fantasy guy, what do you say?
We trusted his opinion.
I just
Final
want to
Fantasy.
everything I thought I knew about this game has been proven a lie.
Look, I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, it will still be slower, like by a lot. So this is
My thanks, dear friends.
Right, in my opinion. There we go. And love to succeed, and especially here because we just don't take any fight. But this is, like I said, the second one you do casually, and the experience, like basically just like that. Here we go.
My turn. Thank you.
Now
You should commit to
Oh,
not
thanks for
using
the attention,
No,
darling.
I needed to shoot. This fight's straight. Yeah, this fight is straight. If I do it well, I can do it without one. It's true. It's actually true. But no.
Yeah, you just need you can actually sit there and confuse her.
Oh, it's
Let me help.
You can do it. Or something that happens. It's so easy. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the
I'm not
attention,
using the speed
darling.
drain because I used 2 earlier and the fight got messed up. The rest of this is just basically like tempering and hoping that it then the tempers go off first because otherwise it's 2-turn kill. That wasn't supposed to happen. So now we're on a 3-turn kill, but Maryland's a very right. Yeah, she's called Maryland here.
There you go. There, that's one down. We now have the second part of the boss rush coming up, and let's like the next part is called
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
And what community is that? Is it ain't time of
San Andreas Definitive Community.
Oh yeah, Chaos.
I have the definitive edition community. Everyone did one run and went back to the normal one.
Right, so while we are preparing for the final destination,
Preparing. Right now. The last shot 2 hours ago.
give Josh some time, okay?
I am pretty it's fine. Josh, go ahead.
Okay, we got a $10 donation from Josh30. They put their $10 towards the item. Reddit, one and Princess, we're gonna clap! Yeah! Nice. Not $25 from someone putting it towards the wrong thing. Shamo, it says, let's get Josh to play the best version of Stan Anne.
Educated strength is all it takes.
They put it towards the wrong thing. That's-
My thanks, dear friend.
I should open the content incentive for like the version.
Whichever version
There's a mobile version you can play it on.
You're bringing it to some.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
So stream 4.
I don't have.
Somewhere. No, you could have phone, yeah.
Guess that wasn't too bad.
With a camera, with a camera.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Harp of harmony, calm their restless souls.
Technology.
Thanks.
How much?
Okay.
Alright, I already got 10k by the end of the whole stream.
We're disgusting as well.
We are in this material right now.
You can't just announce something.
So apparently, this is fundraising you're eating in the direction. How can we sell reward?
Well, this is live.
Thanks.
So this one rewarded regulars.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure that's in that this version of the game? Because I've run it and I've never seen it.
Good.
Yeah, well, nothing good. And then already see if people are
Going backwards, they never go to and farm the enemy that drops it.
What?
Go to the one place you don't go to and farm the enemy right there that can drop it.
Hardcore deals. Hardcore deals.
Oh, that's easy enough. But those guys do suck a lot. If they got the chance to attack,
Achievements for this.
it would have been very not fun.
Cuban guns. I guess.
This is actually not nice. Like, are you
Oh, come on.
Oh, this is. Yeah, you can't die. No, you can't. Well, you can die too. Say that. I would cast it. It's like you can just rock out. Like, one for this guy on the other side. Run. Where I did next week. Like, yeah, you do this every time. It's an elixir that won't really work. Right. Also, they won't get you shot green back to each of so did I get in your version, you can actually skip that.
It's just that you can not take it.
The mother's strength flows through me.
There's a piece of rock.
Let's go, everybody!
Hell yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? What was that? Yo, holy shirt, I just realized.
I feel even stronger.
He is using melee. Fuck.
The real, like, from the floor of the game, there is random encounters there. It's terrible because a lot of pinnacle players get stuck on chaos and aren't that particularly depth in war. He has the worst encounters on there. Like, least amount of speed. Worst of that particular war and just like get casual players and grind that over and over again. Every time I just go into a stream of someone playing that, like, I'm crying inside. Still waiting. But
You faced great peril for me, traveler. I can truly say it is an honor to serve you. If you're ever in need of a sword, I will do what I can to raise one.
This is the Bleach. The Bleach has a oh, I call it Medusa hallway. No, Medusas are fun. Yeah, because they are like usually one to spawn. I probably one to conquer that stuff. You just like warrior to time to do that. No, the warrior is not gonna be used in the front. He is there to help us survive. Like that's the cornerstone of our runs. One monster that I don't like to see is always having spells and it always taking you big out here? What did I say? It's the one seven. Nice. Seven over 60. I'll change the camera. It's not much to change. Come on, well, we can do this. Well done. I'm actually global even I need to be careful here. Just very casual. Here we go. Lich 2. You remember this guy? He is terrible. Yeah, cast there. Let me go. The fight start. It's mostly so yeah, it usually opens. No, you can do that. Some might be a double. It's great. 30 seconds. Awesome. Take a look at all those 49 there. Oh, that's fine. I want to see it. See? Okay. Why are they so alive? Fight. Why is it coming back? I hate the game. Sincerely, it's for soft sense. It's not soft.
All adventurers who have the coin are welcome within these walls. Yet be mindful of your actions. The Divine One favors the faithful.
I wonder how many AoE options are honestly available in this game. They really don't like us doing it.
For years since my great-uncle Lucius found you, I have been overseeing the remodeling of this guild. I've hired the best staff in Trinity to aid you in your quest.
So you also say that every time you die, it's actually when you said,
I should go use the skill points.
That's exactly. Like he's already I'm looking at like 30 minutes of NPV because I'm smart. I know Gargoyle is like like this game can go any other way. So normally it'd be very good to see. This is true. So normally like you want to see another buck 400 to 400 maybe at this point if you're comfortable at one mage at least of 300. One more mages need to be above a certain amount, which we did actually have, so it's nice. But shortest? Yeah, it's the shortest floor, and it's a really good floor to actually climb on. Multiple floor, drag it down. You shouldn't have a step climb. Well, then you should. Or you should utilize a glitch that can make you have a in any case. East. This run is east. Are you using the Almighty or the sword? Yes. One already. Quick saving. Same thing. We're basically doing the same strat for the next few fights. We're gonna do a team thing. When you ace, for us there. So for those who are like very precise on details, you can see that the bosses that we are fighting are actually a bit different with their sprite. It's because we are technically like 1,000 to a couple thousand years in the past, and so this is like their young versions. So Mary has more swords. So she has longer hair, maybe. More in the slide. So again, she sells. She can be surprising things. Oh yeah, she can just kill firing death. Never lost the balance. Yeah, you don't surrender Meredith, but she can be oh, this is fine. Yeah, the water will get this. So this is the floor where I always recommend because when I here and there's one of two here. Actually, not the both of them up because like this what happens. It's fun. Yeah. Just that's so and every boss you have to strat. It's so we have that or maybe in the meantime, I have a couple donations. You guys $10 from the Soviet photo. Who says, I'm only donating to make your supper and bring the Kirby punch. This is honestly very oh, and good luck, folks. Time for the meeting. Like, sure, like, where were you yesterday? It's about $100 for an unholy sheep. I'm also horrible about the limited edition, so I'm donating to find out. Exactly. That's what we all want to hear. Her reaction to it.
One of those tastes like social media have.
Yeah,
Like first reaction, one of the missions.
yeah. First one to the free.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And,
This thing targets everyone.
Edition, the $100 one body sheet also put 15 towards the items.
Here's an AoE physical.
Here's the real challenge.
Oh, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah.
In fact, this magical damage. And it's poison. Wow, look at that.
Alright. Spells are good. We want to see a low spell out of final fights.
Yeah.
It's magical poison.
Spell turns to friction.
Powerful, but gosh darn is it expensive.
There we go. That's great. So for some reason, this one trips a lot of people up. But for me, it's hey, like let's just one that's all. It's just.
I don't really think it's worth it.
Like, oh. We're doing multiple attacks.
Yeah, it hits.
They are specialized ranged attackers. That's cool. The magic is more or less just a bonus for them.
Just one action. Yeah.
They get multi-shot, but that's a really long time along with...
Did you have the incentive?
I'm gonna get it.
Oh, you have. Just let it actually use it. It's just this.
Oh, my stuff's good.
where is it? They're supposed to have access to... Ah, here it is. Bullwhip.
I'm not doing anything about the missions. It's a price. Oh, first I came up with that.
It's 8 whole levels worth of investment to get that one.
On internet.
Oh no, that cookie actually goes.
Yeah, this game does not like AoE damage dealing.
All the other versions,
Interesting. Although Etrian Odyssey was pretty much the same too, wasn't it?
We're here. Up again. Go ahead. Go back. Go back. Fine. Okay, where do we go? Must we find an alien snow? See, man, you, man. It's the nature of it. It's not prepared in this one of those follow. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Jared? I mean, the Nephites have a very minor chance to catch this player. What the heck? No, alright. Okay. So this next round. I'm never on this floor. What's going on? Where are these attempts?
Let's just go north. North is where the plot is. South is just suffering. Needless suffering.
Meanwhile, in the meantime, we have
have a few. Here we go. We got a 54 donation from Kid from Mark who says 53. Yet? Are we there yet? We got 10 dollars from Marcus from the first edition, and we got dollars from Robert. That's everybody. Good enough. You know where I'm at there. It said, white trash, Losh, scrap, Asami, and no key.
That was English, right? Maybe we have some more for a while here. Trying to look the right way.
So we got 5 more donation from Ethan Player. He says,
There you go. I made that unnecessarily harder for myself.
I managed to get a transcription of the words that the dragon spoke to Lord Regulus and Captain Nishlora. I'll begin work translating them immediately.
Alright. Who asked? Do I look like I care? That's nice, I guess.
My studies have prepared me for this.
You see the screen or following by, just turning the camera towards you.
Empire always makes it so things go at first strike, but Shurikens already do first strike. Woo!
Most of them are absolutely fine. Most of them are immune to push. Right. It's easy to smashy smashy. Like 3 times.
Oh, come on.
Oh, scary.
Come on, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Thanks. We have been blessed this day.
Try? Yes, you're good. You're like double Norris. Decently well. Remember the time I did this fight? Forgot the phone. Yes.
Ah, this is where we encountered this guy. He's the boss of the Giblings, apparently.
So you are the ones I've heard so much about. The Giblings have cried to me of the terror that you have brought to my lair. You and the other adventurers can't seem to understand that this cavern does not belong to you!
Well, we're sorry, because no one's ever bothered to come out here to tell us about that fact.
The Lords of Gibbelheim sent me here to flush your kind out of here with my skull popper. But I found the truth down here to so many lies the others in Trinity believe in. Giblings, I'll leave these surface scraps for you to take care of. Ta-ta!
Right, so this encounter sucks. It's Giblings, but
My studies
there's
have prepared me
fucking
for this.
7 of them. I'll just let them play out their first attack. Oh, I could massacre them right away with this. Maybe. Sure. Go for it, Teosra!
Strength is all it takes. Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
This one's mine.
Another one. Woo!
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
We have been blessed this day.
Yeah, when I came here, there's practically no signal that there was a boss fight coming, which is the 7 Giblings. When I arrived there, I was like, the first time, it was like I had no resources. So I was like, well, fuck me, I guess. I won, but geez, that was atrocious.
Better keep my guard up.
What do you get? 2 hits. No. At least.
Ah, there's a third one behind. I didn't notice. I thought there were just 2 of them. Oh, great. How'd you like it if I did that to you? She's already paralyzed, idiot.
Educated strength is all it takes.
But you were paralyzed! Whatever, didn't matter.
Yeah. No, actually, my decision were quite underestimated.
No, we're talking on sites. When you're in the comfort of your own home. It's easier stuff. Once again, so these days, my thoughts turn one bit. I just like adjust to what's happening. Which is basically what happens usually. Bunch of rounds here of just getting done. And we just
We did it! And we did it as a team!
Bruh, stone sucks.
I'm just gonna try and survive.
Here we go. This is the triple room of resources.
My studies have prepared me for this.
Heavens above, guide our blades.
Bang, 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 bang! Hell yeah, that was awesome.
My thanks, dear friends.
There are multiple areas. There are multiple of these gathering spots, resource spots, in this floor. So that's nice. I will say I do think it's interesting that this is how they did the resource system. But I still much prefer Etrian Odyssey. It made it easy to exploit and farm, which I didn't think was all that good. Maybe if there was like a limit to every resource spot, so you were forced to eventually move away, but I'm not sure how that would... I mean, they could just change the way the rare drop system works, you know? Because yeah, that's another thing. You very much were not encouraged to move around too much with the gathering spots, even though that was like the main point. And finding them wasn't really much of a reward for the most part.
I think there's something wrong about that wall.
Better keep my guard up.
Educated strike is all it takes.
Thank
stream or not, they've been doing a one-stop tech. With finding new routes, with finding new tricks to do, and the Pizza Remasters aren't at all on Steam, and I'm planning to basically start speedrunning all 6 of them, and it's fun. Straight to 6, and I love these games. I think the games are amazing. Any issue, every single one of the editions so far is really unique. Potentially Result 6, which is completely
I'm detecting an astral vergence. There may be a glyph wall nearby.
Ah, these things. These things are very nice.
Good to see you all again. We've tracked the ogre to this chamber, but the door's locked and we can't seem to get it open.
The glyphs around the door are strange. We've seen them on secret walls and above other locked doors. They must have some significance. They remind me of the inscriptions in the tunnels below my father's castle back in Cain Marie. I'll tell you from experience, wiping Draken blood on them won't help you decipher their meaning.
That's oddly specific.
Lady Tanya, that's barbaric. I'm sure that's your father's influence.
Please, we came down here to not be reminded of that.
Well, we need to search for another way to get past this door. A way that doesn't involve making our companions bleed a lot. Come on, Tanya. Let's double back and look for clues.
Lady Tanya may act silly at times, but I can tell she takes her experiments seriously.
Okay. Right. That's Butterbean.
I think there's something wrong about that wall.
Let's just explore as much as we can. Ooh. No, she doesn't do melees, but... can't hurt to equip better stuff.
My studies have prepared me for this.
Nice.
Harp of Harmony, calm their restless souls.
Thank you.
You're joking.
This one's mine.
Oh, thanks for the attention, darling.
This one's mine.
Guess that wasn't too bad.
My studies have prepared me for this. Thank you.
Thank you. My thanks, dear friends.
Fucking cope, bitches. So I'm going first whether you like it or not.
Thanks.
Let me help.
Thank you.
Guess that wasn't too bad.
Oh, my encounter rate was at half. I didn't notice. On the ruby spinel. I wonder, thought like the encounter rates were rather low.
Aw, all this fuss over me.
Heavens above, guide our blades.
To think that I once thought those permits were hard to come by, yet here you are on the second station.
I told you Hashimata is ruled by simpletons.
Have you seen any signs of an ogre down here? We've been on the trail of a large one all day.
The ogre is the sub-commander of a more vile fiend that rules the Corpus Causeway. That slob of a pub keeper encountered this commander once, but he's too ashamed of his scars to tell us anything useful.
We continue our hunt. Good luck trying to keep up with us.
Yeah, I know where he is. He's locked himself up. I got the key from some people in Giamata who just so happened to conveniently have it. You know, the so-called simpletons. And, I'm honestly just lollygagging before I decide to face him. I don't want to use a Virgin's Crystal, even if it is convenient. I'm gonna do the Walk of Shame. Too lazy to do the math, but I'm going right.
My studies have prepared me for this.
This one's mine.
Tetris ready. Only 7,000 points was not a big lead at all. At this point in time, saw that when last second adjustment by sit down saw all my moves here. I can get the Tetris a lot more. That speed at which they provide it just that last second adjustment.
Kind of absurd how focused I can be at times. My biggest weakness is multitasking. I suck at multitasking. Like just now, I had that fight on auto. I could have continued playing the video and just watched.
Better keep my
I chose to watch the auto play out entirely because I wanted to see everything that would happen as they happened. And that was because I trained myself to hyper-focus only on one thing at a time. I was always watching all these videos and hearing all these people talk about how the young kids, which was me at the time, had low attention spans, and I was like, I don't want to be considered one of those guys. Honestly, yeah. I'm very petty. Always trying to do what I think will make me special. I didn't mean to blind powder, I meant to... whatever. This works just fine.
Let me help.
Thank you.
You know, I never use any of Vale's magics. Maybe I should replace her. I could try the archaeologist. Having them around is just really nice. Forbidden prayer thingy for healing is nice. I don't know. Yeah, I never use these even though I really should be using it. Switching out does mean I won't be able to keep Kia and Vale together anymore. And I think that's a real tragedy. And since Emily is the archaeologist, that means she won't be with Bailey either.
Perfect! To be frank, the last ruby spinel I used was less than ideal. After my tamperings, the gem wept, a foul-smelling substance. Lady Jenica took it off my hands, though. Upon my last visit to Calmere, I could tell she'd hidden it in the Great Hall. Ha!
Okay. God, am I Minato right now? Huh. Just an extra increase in 8 per cost. Strange. Okay, I'm not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. Anyway, I wanna unlock these. Taunt is honestly such a bad skill in my opinion. It has a very low success rate and it's only single target. It only lasts 2 turns as well, so probably in higher investments where I have a lot of defensive stuff stacked into Umag already by now. Right now, it just ain't worth it in my opinion. I think it's best I get Umag to learn the elemental attacks because it's still gonna take a while for Iya to learn them. Elements don't really matter much in the first dungeon, but they will matter a bit more in the second. I was gonna do some writing and stuff, but yeah, I think I'll just play some more. I'll end the recording when I finish building these characters and start the next part immediately after. Yeah, Vale specializes in dealing with bosses. Long form fights. Which I frankly don't need all that much attention to. Because Umag's magical damage is physical, so that means I get more coverage, which is always a good thing. I could try Bailey. But my heart really is set on the Archaeologist. It'll take a while, but they will get an AoE attack as well. For the back row. Yeah, flashbangs and poison grenades. What's not to love?
Game from both of them, but that's the game that caused Frank to lose his first game all tournament. Oh my god. Yeah, level 37, double 1.4, and only by 10,000 points.
I mean, I could just have Emily be a front row person. A bit out of character. But I guess it goes to show I guess it's like she's becoming a better and better fighter. Yeah, it will be way easier to just focus on her being melee frontliner person. Emily can't do shields? That can't be right. It's probably just because I don't have and place of Bailey would normally be Teosra. Yeah, she'd basically be the only new character in the team. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Which, ironically, I just realized Stormseeker, Warlord, Archaeologist, Kunoichi, Mendicant, and Soulseeker is my party in the previous thing. It's just the Archaeologist is the main character. So that's funny. How in the end everything turned out this way in the end.
Nicely done.
Because for now, we'll be grinding. I got pee first.